Welcome to your weekday cup of the word. We're in Luke chapter 6. Luke chapter 6 is going to start with Jesus dealing with some arguments from the religious leaders of the day, and it's going to end with the Sermon on the Mount. He'll begin it by dealing with two particular arguments. The first one is Jesus will be on the Sabbath, a day that a Jew was not supposed to work, and he and his disciples will be walking through a field of grain, and they'll be picking bits of grain off of the wheat. Not harvesting it or anything like that, but just literally picking off and eating it as they walked. And they'll be told, rebuked by the religious leaders of the day for that, saying, you're working on the Sabbath. And Jesus will answer that question two ways. One way is he'll say, I'm Lord of the Sabbath. In other words, I'm in charge. It's my Sabbath. I can tell you what's work and what isn't. And second of all, he'll compare it to David, and he'll say, you didn't get upset when you read about David and when he was hungry and he took the consecrated bread out of the tabernacle. You don't get upset about that. Now, the interesting thing about that particular example is Jesus isn't saying what David did was right or wrong. What he's saying is, you guys, you like David, so you'll put up with whatever David does. But you hate me, so if I do anything that you don't like, you're going to be nitpicky. It's not a statement about whether what David did was right or wrong. It's a statement about their attitude towards Jesus. And then the second thing is, on the Sabbath, he's going to heal a man. And he's going to walk in, and there's a man with a withered hand, and they're just waiting to pounce on Jesus. Is he going to heal him? That's working on the Sabbath. And Jesus will not bow to that pressure at all. He'll turn to the man, and he'll say, stretch out your hand. And they're enraged by it. But Jesus did what was right. He never cowed to that sort of pressure. And then we're going to see Jesus, he's going to go up to a mountain, pray for a whole night, and then choose his 12 apostles. And then the next thing we see is Luke recounting the Sermon on the Mount. Matthew covers it in great detail. Luke is going to cover it much quicker. But down at the very end, he's going to give some extra details about the man who builds wisely and prepares himself so that when the rains come, he's got a firm foundation for his house. He'll give a few extra examples that Matthew didn't right down at the very end of the chapter, but primarily this is a shorter version of the Sermon on the Mount compared to Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7. So that is your Daily Cup, and we'll see you tomorrow.